Welcome to my Pokemon Black and White walkthrough. For this walkthrough, we will be playing through Black version, simply because I am not a racist, and everyone that plays White version is a racist. Ah, no, I'm just kidding. Anyways, here we go. Say hello to Profesor Juniper, the first professor ever in a Pokemon game that's a female. Yeah, Professor Juniper is gonna, tell you about the world of Pokemon in this little intro scene. So yeah, pretty much at the beginning of every Pokemon game, you just got the professor showing you some Pokemon, talking about the mysterious powers they have, and she says you're gonna live happily with them and work together, and I mean, seriously, all I'm here to do is catch Pokemon and become the league champion. I don't care about any of this love and friend stuff. I don't do that kind of stuff. I'm just like a cruel trainer. Even though the game tries to convince me I raise my Pokemon with love. You get to choose whether you're a boy or a girl. I love how she's like, tell me, are you a boy or a girl? Like, that's the most insulting question ever. But yeah, boy or girl makes no difference. The game's going to be the exact same. Other than your character might look a little different. Yeah, then you get to type in your name, which is kind of hard when I'm reaching over a camera and the little letters are, like, really small, but... actually, in this game, all the names actually use lowercase letters, so don't just do all caps, otherwise your name will just be, like, blurted out every time. But then she's going to introduce you to your friends, because we obviously don't know our own friends, so she has to introduce them to us. So here's Cheren and Bianca. They all are. We will see them a lot throughout the game, more than like any other rival or colleague or whatever you want to call them ever in any Pokemon game. Anyways, it's time to befriend Pokemon and start our epic journey through the Unova region. And it is autumn because, believe it or not, there's actually changing seasons in this game. So then you get this cool little intro scene, where Professor Juniper walks over to our house, and she's actually going to deliver a gift. Yep, a wrapped box with 3 special Pokemon inside. So let's go upstairs, and here's Cheren. And this is our character, obviously. By the way, your character will not say a single word throughout the game, you just listen to other people. Anyways, here's Bianca, late as usual. I'm a little late again, so sorry. And then Cheren's just like, I've known you for 10 years, and you've never had a sense of time. Because women are always busy with their makeup and their hair, and they take forever. Anyways, yeah, she's finally here, which means we can choose our Pokemon. And what's funny about this game is that the proportions are all messed up. Like, the gift is, like, as big as our character, which is kind of funny, but... Anyways, we get first dibs, so that means we get to choose our starter Pokemon. Inside this box, you will find a Fire, Water, and Grass Pokemon. So, it's time to choose your first member who will be probably your best Pokemon throughout most of your journey. Anyways, a cool little letter from the professor. And the 3 Pokemon are... Starting with the Fire type, Tepig. Tepig will evolve into a Fire and Fighting Giant Pig with really good attacking stats and HP. Snivy is a Grass type, which evolves into Superior, which is a fast Pokemon with good defensive stats. Oshawott will evolve into Samurott. It's the Water type, with pretty good balanced stats all around. Good attacker, pretty good defense. Can't go wrong. And I will be choosing Tepig, the Fire type. Mainly the reason I'm choosing him is because a long time ago on Twitter I did a little poll asking people who they chose as their starter, and the least popular choice by a long shot was Tepig, so I just figured, hey, I'll use the one that no one else is using. I'm actually surprised it's the least popular. I originally thought it'd be the most popular, but I was wrong, so... Yeah, we're gonna use this little Fire Pig, and, it's time to battle right off the bat. I'm sorry, we're gonna get right into the battles, so Bianca's gonna challenge us, because, I mean, we get these cute little baby Pokemon, and the first thing we're gonna do is fight them, because that's how it works in Pokemon. You take little animals, and you fight them to the death, and it's legal. Alright, so, first off, we're taking on Bianca. Bianca's gonna have the Pokemon that's weak against your type, so if you chose the Fire, she'll have the Grass. It doesn't really matter what type they are at this point, because you only know 2 attacking moves. My Tepig knows Tackle and Tail Whip. Pretty much this battle, or these next couple battles actually, are just kind of for you to get a feel of how to actually fight in this game. I would just recommend using Tackle. Tackle's your attacking move, just use it over and over and over. Tail Whip will lower their defense, meaning your attacks will do a little bit more damage, but you're usually better off just using Tackle over and over and over. Pretty much throughout the game, you're just going to want to be using attacking moves mostly. There are a few exceptions where non-attacking moves come in handy, but for the most part, you just want to have strong attacking moves on your Pokemon. Anyways, these battles are pretty easy. It's actually very possible to lose these, just because if the other person gets a critical hit, which we just got, they can knock you out. Critical hits they're pretty rare, but every once in a while you'll get one, and you will do double damage. So if you're new to this game, that's what critical hits are. But yeah, if you get pretty unlucky, you actually could lose this fight. And check this out, we made a giant mess. Our room is just destroyed now. We've got footprints on the wall and stuff. Like, how did this even happen? We just had two little baby Pokemon tackling each other, and we somehow got footprints on the wall, and everything got knocked over. Like, honestly, how in the world is that even possible? Yeah, we really should have gone outside for this, but, I guess we're not going to learn our lesson, because we're actually going to have a second fight right after this. It's like, yeah, we just destroyed this whole room. We better do it again. Let's have another fight. So yeah, Cheren's going to restore our health. I've actually heard some people call him Cheren or Cheren or something weird like that, but I always call him Cheren, so that's what I'm going to say. Anyways, Bianca is talking about stuff. She's like, yeah, Cheren, maybe you can fight. You maybe will be a little bit better than me. Yeah, Bianca's kind of terrible. She's more like, oh, we all had fun, though. Isn't that fun? Fun, fun, fun. But Cheren's a little more serious. He's like a tough trainer, you know. He actually wants to beat us. Bianca just wants to have a good, fun time, and Cheren's pretty serious about it, so... Cheren's a bit tougher. Well, this battle's just as easy, but throughout the game he'll probably be a little tougher because he has the Pokemon that you're weak against. So I have the Fire and he has the Water type. We're just gonna do the same thing. This battle's just as easy as the Bianca battle. What I meant was that later on in the game he's a bit tougher to take on than Bianca, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, we're just gonna keep tackling away here. We're gonna not use Tail Whip because that'd probably be a waste of our time, so... hopefully we can get a critical hit or something. Anyways, Oshawott a pretty cool Pokemon. It's like a little otter. But yeah, these Pokemon will evolve throughout the game, so you'll actually be seeing Cheren and Bianca a lot, because we will face them several times throughout the game. And you'll see their teams grow as your teams grow too, so it's kind of cool. Anyways, if you can manage to knock out both of their Pokemon, you will be up to level 6. Yeah, of course, when you knock out Pokemon, you gain experience points, which get you up levels and boost up your stats and whatnot, so that's how you get more powerful throughout the game. You gain more levels, you evolve into stronger Pokemon. For those of you that are new to this, that's how it works. Anyways, the room didn't get any messier this time around, so I guess we kept our Tepig and Oshawott under control. But yeah, they just peace out. They're like, yep, we ruined your room, well, see you later. Like, I don't want to clean this up, but luckily we don't even need to worry about our room anymore because we're going on an adventure, a journey away from home, so we're not actually going to sleep in our own bed ever again, so... Well, actually, in the world of Pokemon, you don't actually sleep, so... yeah, whatever. Anyways, Mom's like, cleaning up? No worries, I'll take care of it later, because that's what moms do, they clean things. That's what women do, they clean things, isn't that right? Never mind, I'm not trying to make anyone angry. Don't take me too seriously, I'm just joking. Anyways, we're told to meet at the Professor's lab, so before we do that, we actually have to pick up Bianca, but actually we're going to talk to our mom first. So, she's going to give us a cool little item. It's called the Cross Transceiver. They call it the X Transceiver, but it's actually pronounced Cross Transceiver. Yeah, she's going to heal you up with her magical healing powers. Yeah, the Cross Transceiver. A lot of people say it's the X Transceiver, but she actually says Cross Transceiver. Basically, this item will let you communicate in like a little video chat with other important characters in the game. You don't really need to use it. It will just blink on and start up when other people need to talk to you, so it's actually kind of handy later on. Anyways, there's Bianca and little P-Dubs flying away. Isn't that cool? So yeah, over here is actually Cheren's house. We don't need to go in there. I think it's kind of funny that they just have like the little kid's name for the house. Like they don't even put their parents' name, just the little kid. Anyways, here's Bianca's house, so we're going to head inside. Because she said she was stopping at home. And she's getting in an argument with her dad. He's like, no, 1,000 times no! There's no way you're going out on a journey on your own. Are you crazy? But yeah, Bianca's all sad. She's like, no, I want to go on an adventure. I'm a great trainer. But yeah, then she's just going to leave anyways. And the dad like yells at her, then he just lets her walk out like, whatever. I couldn't convince her to stay. But I mean, seriously, would you let your little daughter just go out in the world like that? I mean, who knows? There's crazy people out there. They're going to try to kidnap her and do crazy stuff like that. Inappropriate things. Anyways, that's it for that. Let's head up here to the lab You're actually going to see Bianca and Cheren waiting for us. Alright, time to go meet the Professor, who we actually talked to at the beginning of the game, but apparently we forgot about that. So we're going to go meet her for the first time. I think it's funny, we've been living in this town our whole lives, Nuvema Town, and apparently we've never met the Professor, even though she lives right here. And this is a town with like 4 houses, so you would think we would know everyone, but we don't, so... Yeah, the mysteries of Pokemon, who knows. I guess we all just stay inside all day and we never leave to meet anyone else. Anyway, she's talking about random stuff. It's not really that important. She's going to let you nickname your Pokemon. So I will give Tepig a nickname, because I always give my Pokemon nicknames. You don't have to, it doesn't really matter, but I'm going to call you something really dumb. I mean, I didn't put a lot of thought into this nickname. It's just I was about to start the recording and like, oh crap, I need a nickname. So I'm just like, I'll just call you Porky. Because you are a pig, so you are Porky, there you go. I was trying to think of something cool with like fire and pig in it, and I was like, Pyro Piggy? I don't know, that sounds kind of dumb. Anyways, so... Oh, you have already studied Pokemon extensively, haven't you? Yeah, it's funny, she's talking about the Pokedex, and Cheren's like, oh, I know about the Pokedex. She's like, you've been studying this extensively, because you know about this very common high-tech object that everyone knows about. But yeah, the Pokedex is a cool item that will keep track of the wild Pokemon you've encountered, and it will show you where you can catch them and stuff, so... She wants us to go on an adventure with the Pokedex, but obviously we're going to say no because we're jerks. Will you go on this adventure with the Pokedex? And no. She's going to ask us again, very nicely. I want you to go meet all the Pokemon. No. No, I'm just going to say no. Oh, she's just going to tell us the exact same thing again. Alright, fine, I'll do it. I'll go on your stupid little adventure with your Pokedex. So yeah, now we get our Pokedex. So, we've given her the best possible answer, even though there are only 2 options, yes and no. So yeah, we got our Pokedex, now we can keep track of all of our wild Pokemon, and she says to meet her on Route 1! So I think that's going to wrap things up for this episode. The 3 of us are going to be leaving the lab and heading towards Route 1 to meet the Professor and start our adventure. So, we got our first Pokemon, we got our Pokedex, we are ready to take on the world of Pokemon here in the Unova region, so stay tuned for more. We got a lot coming up next time. I'll see you guys all then.